Okay, there we go. This should be live. Okay, because they recently changed, the OBS just updated. So, yes. Slight internet issues. For some reason, the Switch is not connecting to the internet. So, not sure how long we're going to be going solo on this. We'll be trying again after every couple of things. But yeah, hello there, Spirit. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. The internet is being interneting. But welcome in. Hello there, Seraph. Welcome in. Gaming Pro Mix 4. Welcome in. Raph. Random. How you doing? Hello, sort of. Indeed. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Let's get fighting Giratina. Let's take this thing down about 14 billion pegs. Slam and welcome. And I am at 248 Necrozma 15 phases. That is a lot of phases on Necrozma. Whimsicott right there. Dracloak. What is that fairy? Dedenne. Okay, that's what that's Dedenne right there. I mean, it could be worse. Hello there, Kayla. How you doing? Special support. Nice. Very nice. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing pretty well. I'm doing okay. Gamer, welcome in. Welcome. But yeah, no, we're doing okay. Hope all of you are doing okay as well. You know, it's, OBS just updated, so, yeah, things are a bit weird. And if you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe for more, and to leave a like on the stream. Where's it going? Power Gem. There you go. But, you know, how's everybody doing? A little upset because the event SBI, my main target for GoFast, did not get it. I actually didn't really do anything with GoFast because I can't play. I can't play Pokemon Go because there's nothing around me. So please go the event SBI. So what do you mean by, like, event Espeon? Was there like special Eevee? Hello there, Shractopus. How do you do? How do you do? Yeah, I actually was not too following of the GoFest stuff and things. There we go. There we go. Yeah, no, we're doing okay. But yeah, no, Giratina, game's gonna be a little bit weird with Giratina today. I had a special scarf along with Umbreon, who also had a special scarf. Ah, interesting. So, what you mean you were going for like a shiny one, or you were just going for like a regular singular Espeon that just had that scarf thing, or was it shiny? Yes, Dynamax Go Plus made a shiny Rock run last minute. I had shiny Expert. Nice. Yeah, I know like the Go Plus thing, if it doesn't have, if the Pokeball doesn't catch the first throw, which it does like a regular basic Pokeball, the thing just runs away, which is one of the reasons why I never got a Go Plus. Because it can always make everything run. Doing a regular SPN with yours. Oh, regular with scarf. Makes sense. Okay, good. We got rid of that Torkoal. That is entirely useless for the fight against Giratina. Dedenne. Yeah, honestly, these are not horrible picks for the fight against Giratina. I mean, it could be better, but I mean, they could also be significantly not worse. Hello there, Normally Normal. Welcome here. Past few streams have been late to get the shiny throughout the last week. We did get 2 shinies yesterday. We got a shiny Lunala, which was fun. Got Umbreon, but no Scarf Umbreon. What do you mean you got the Umbreon, but no Scarf Umbreon? I'm not sure I follow. Actually, do not go for for Dazzling Gleam. Just go for Psycho Cut. Started over in Shield. I'm doing a bug-only run. Very nice. Oh, okay. I meant to get the Scarf Umbreon, but no Espeon. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Except, don't you have to evolve Eevee during the day to get access to the Espeon? You have to evolve it specifically during the day, or is it like a Sunstone thing? I may be beating one of the Star Allies' hardest bosses, but it do be a bit laggy. Interesting. I didn't know Star Allies had lag problems. Noted. Interesting. Psycho Cut. Device of Dynamax Adventure Kyogre. Maractus actually is kind of good for Kyogre. I know. Oh, wild. Interesting. We got a shiny vanilla yesterday. That game ends us. But yeah, no, it was a decent day. Actually, wait, should I switch out for this? Yeah, I should switch out for the Dene now that I'm thinking about it, because, like, the Dene is actually, like, fairly decent. Interesting. Didn't know Snarls was but, like... But yeah, no, Maractus actually is quite good for... it actually is, like, quite good for Kyogre because your access to Storm Drain makes you outright immune to Water-type moves unless it stat purges you. But also, anytime it uses a water move, you get a +1 to your special attack, letting you use, you know, really strong Energy Ball. Other than that, I'd say Kyogre, not Kyogre, Lilligant, also fantastic. I gotta get back to making the Dynamax Adventure counter guide videos at some point. I've kind of been working on the other channel a bit much, as of late. So that's kind of been, you know, a bit distracting for things. But yeah, no, do not really go with electric types for the Kyogre fight. You really want to go with grass types. Also, Chirim. Chirim is a very good Pokemon because that way you can get rid of the rain and get rid of the sun. Get rid of the rain and replace it with sun, at which point you will get a boost. Again, Kyogre is difficult purely because the rain boosted damage, and I will say, I think Kyogre is the hardest Dynamax Adventure. I think Kyogre is harder than Zygarde by a fairly significant margin. I'm actually going to be swapping out for the Dedenne. What is their Generation 5 bug type Pokemon? Volcarona. It is Volcarona by a solid margin. Because Volcarona is very, very based. Again, if you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe for more and leave a like on the stream. You know, there's a lot of just great... Of course, they were going to switch out for that thing. Of course. I should have let them take it. Well, then again, they probably would have switched out for this thing. Alright. Well, I mean, this thing's at least got Assurance and Scale Shot. So at least I could kind of go with something good. Please give me something like a Life Orb, please. Like Life Orb, Expert. Okay. Okay, Wise Glasses, I mean, it's only a 10% power bonus, but it's at least a bonus. We're going to Pokedex in the Legends Arceus so I can head to the Cobalt Coastlands. Nice. Yeah, best way of doing Legends Arceus is if you can try and optimize the knockouts with the use blank move on blank Pokemon thing. So if you have, like, if you're trying to fill out ground-type dex entries where it says, okay, you have a ground-type Pokemon, and it says use, like, Mud Slap or Mud Shot, you know, like Strong or Agile Style or whatever it is, try doing that against electric types that you need to get more knockouts on, because that, like, you know, helps cover the efficiency. But that is kind of one of the things about Legends Arceus that at times is a bit difficult to do, is the... Well, not really difficult, but like, kind of annoying to do fill out, is like the sheer number of those things. Because you will outpace the use move blank times before you fill all the knockout blank Pokemon with blank type. That's because, again, you're not always going to be getting a one-shot on everything. Like Volcarona as well, he's very good, but I love Volcarona. It's great. Very based. Very, very based. You know, for once I'm kind of glad the the thing is actually using Endure, because that means we stall out more turns until Dynamax comes back to me, so I can immediately, you know, Dynamax as quick as possible and blast the thing with, you know, boosted, well, max Starfalls. Slam. Slam. Whoa, wow, Focus is actually connecting? Color me surprised. Color me exceptionally surprised that it did. Yeah, I'm just gonna go in Train because I have no reason to not use it. Aqua Jet. I need to be a member of the team. Yeah, I mean, Volcarona's a great Pokemon. I love Volcarona. Yeah, Volcarona's a bit of a tricky Pokemon to use, especially back in the original Black and White. It's a lot easier to use in Black and White, too, because they literally give you a, like, level, what, 35 Volcarona in the game? Because to get the Larvesta you are given in Black and White to a usable level, as a Volcarona. You need to level the thing up to level 59. And I believe Getsus's final battle is he caps out at 56, I think, for his Hydreigon. So you're going to have to over-level by at least 3 levels, which means you're going to be very, very over-level for everything else. Which, especially with the scaling experience problem that Black and White does, well, Black and White and Black and White 2 have, that makes it actually quite difficult to level yourself up that quickly. Which, I do like Black and White. I think they were very good games. However, the decision to lock the experience curve system actually does work well when you're underleveled, and it does keep you relatively in line with levels going later in the game, so you can't really overlevel, and if you're underleveled, it keeps you, able to get your level up quickly. So it was a good system, but there were flaws with it. Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed, and many thanks. I think I'm use the first member of my bug run. So this is Pokemon Sword Shield version bug only run, Kayla. It's annoying to try and get a shiny Vespiquen, but I keep getting no Combe. Spirit, the best way to get shiny Vespiquen is actually Dynamax Adventures, because you can reliably enforce getting Vespiquen encounters in DAs. But also probably best to go with that. Welcome. Yeah. Okay. There's a bunch of good bug types you could use, Kayla. I'm recommend Volcarona because Volcarona's amazing. Araquanid. I love Araquanid. Good one. Frostmoth. Frostmoth is very, very good. Very good. Yikes. There's a lot of them you could use. But I wanted to let... you want to let Arceus. Yeah. There should be a few places where... I think that there is a specific area where there are forced Vespiquen spawns. I know Cerebi.net has... Well, a Selgor is annoying to get, because the only way to get a Selgor is you either find one in the wild or you get one in Dynamax Adventures, but that one's going to be extremely over-leveled. Actually, I don't even think you could find wild Selgor. The only way to get the Selgor is to trade with someone with specifically the Escavalier, which that requires a lot of setup things, because Gen 5... That's what I love, Gen 5. The way you get a Escavalier and a Selgor is a pain in the butt. I got an Vespiquen and Terra Raid thingy, but always had base odds. The thing is, it's actually always worse than base odds. The odds of getting a shiny in Terra Raids is, I believe, the same odds as getting a shiny in a regular Dynamax Raid Den, which is something like 1 in 4,102. So it's actually slightly rarer than getting a full odds shiny. Get face. Accidentally. Nice. Yeah, I've gotten a shiny... Of course it does that. I actually did get a shiny in a Terra Raid in Scarlet Violet. Shiny Oinkologne. So that was a bit of a fun thing. Muddy Water go blue. Please accuracy drop. No. Sadness. Okay, so I can find a Glameow on the Crimson Mirelands. I need that for the quest to do life with it. I have no idea. My memory of Legends Arceus is incredibly poor, because I played that game, I think, like, twice, and both of them were in both those play sessions were actually within a single week, so I don't really have much memory recollection of that. I think I'll go with the Dupadur, the first team member. Nice! Yeah, there's also, you can go with Scolipede, well, not Scolipede, Sizzlepede, and... yeah, Sizzlepede and this has been Sanduscorch. The Sanduscorch, the evolution of Sizzlepede, which I really like. I like that. I like Sanduscorch. Okay, let's see if we can connect to the internet with this thing, because the internet was acting a little bit funky with the Switch earlier. No shiny Sanduscorch. No shiny Dedenne. No shiny Barraskewda. Alright, let's try something. I made a base at a river in Minecraft. Nice. Literal cornball. Very nice. Okay, let's try and see if the internet's gonna work now. Because I do very much need assistance when it comes to beating Giratina. And ideally, internet would be helpful for that. You know, of course, for you guys to join in. Okay, this is being very strange. Okay, why is it doing this? Okay, yes, because the internet doesn't seem to be working right now. Okay, because normally when this pops up and it does that, just doing like the connection test once fixes it. But I mean, here's the weird thing. I'm streaming. So the internet is clearly still working. So the Switch must just be having a bit of a mild aneurysm. Okay, I will need to look into that later, unfortunately. Okay, we go for Dracloak. We go for Dracloak. Hello there, Star. Welcome in. Star, welcome in. Yeah, I mean, the more... I will try and figure out what's going on with that. Try to find a Dupiter, Scolopede, Scolopede. I have no clue. Overodds. Yes, we are very heavily overodds on Giratina. Imagine Volo with the top of Mount Coronet being like, how about instead of battling, we make a deal where you give me the Arceus place and I give you $1 million. Well, I mean, by that time, inflation would have definitely made those a lot more valuable. Lantern, ghost. Nothing too helpful. But we got some decent stuff on this side of things. This side of the things and stuff. I mean, I guess I'll hold on to Dracloak, because at least, like, Dracloak will... Like, Dracloak, at the very least, will... stuff at things. Okay. Hello there, name in Japanese. Welcome in. We only speak English here, so I do not know what that says, but hello there. Hello there. Dragon Rush. Dragon Rush. We don't know what's going on with the internet. Yeah, we're weak to everything that this thing has access to, so we are gonna get absolutely clapped by this thing. Yeah, Sneasel's not look. This is not looking too good for our heroes. Brick. Well, at least that's good. At least that does a lot of damage. Well, I missed Dragon Rush. I just noticed. Dragon Rush. That move is absolutely garbage. Yeah, I mean, I never really understood that. Why does people were like, Dragon Rush is such a great move, but Iron Tail is terrible when they're literally an identical attack? I never understood that, really. But yes, we are over odds. The odds for Shiny Giratina in Dynamax Adventures are, well, the odds for a Shiny Legendary in, the Shiny odds of getting a Pokemon in Dynamax Adventures Shiny, if you have the Shiny Charm, is 1 in 100. And we are well beyond that. You know, we're at 171. Do I switch out for this? Do I actually switch out for this? No, I'm not going to switch out for it. I mean, yes, Dracloak is not ideal. Oh, wait, that's a Morpeko. I didn't even notice that was Morpeko. Ah, I feel so stupid. Well, we will need to deal with. We'll need to figure it. We'll fluff around and find out. Microcosmos was so close to lead the goals of Pokemon Shield. It was scary because it turns to destroyed Galar. Start destroying them too. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I like Macrocosmos is a lot like Magma and Aqua, where they were well intentions, but their execution was actually terrible. Everything they did not. They had a decent idea. How they did it was the problem. And again, if you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe for more and leave a like on the stream. I love how like the Rhydon decided to use Scary Face rather than the quad super effective Smackdown. I find that very interesting. Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. Thank you. Yeah, I like Macrocosmos. But yeah, no, like that's kind of the thing about that. That was probably Snarl. That was probably. Oh no, that was not. Oh no, we're not fighting the Sneasel. That was. Really, that did that little. Oh wait, right, it's burnt. That's why it didn't knock me out. Its attack has cut in half. Okay, I was like, wait, that should have done a lot more, because, like, Scyther, I mean, yeah, Scyther's got, like, a freaking heckin' attack stat. The AI is more A than I. Oh, you definitely right on that. Hello there, Austin. Welcome in. Very welcome in. Hope you're all doing well today. You know, the AI in this game is designed to absolutely throw. It's not here to help you, it is here to throw, and it is here to be a problem. The AI is a problem. This is why I don't worry eventually that, you know, Skynet can rise up and take over the world, because Siri fails to do even those basic of tasks. Yes. No switch. Aw, Samoyed. Aw. My friend occasionally sends me messages from the r/Samoyed Discord. Not Discord, r/Samoyed Reddit, and it is absolutely glorious, because Samoyeds are absolutely amazing. I got another shiny male Combee. Unfortunate. Yeah, male Combee are about 8 times more likely to appear than a female one, because, I mean, even though the gender ratio is supposedly, what is it, 86.5 to 12.5. Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. Because of the way it actually is programmed, it's a lot more like the female chances, like about 11%. So it's more closely to 1 in 9 chances of getting the female Combee. Got a shiny this morning. I got a shiny machine this morning. What shiny Shrek? Welcome in. I think I'm starting to get the whole idea of box of shiny male Combee. Oh, Machoke! Nice. But yeah, no, the gender ratios are not exactly as cut and dry as, okay, it's a 1 in 8. It's more closely to something like 1 in 9, so it actually is significantly rarer. Which, I remember the horror show that I had to go through in order to get my shiny, my shiny female Combee for the Vespiquen was not fun. I'm not going to switch out for this thing. I wouldn't say Team Aqua was well intended, because obviously the span of the ocean with each other. Yeah, ironically, Groudon would mistakenly raise the tides of Kyogre. Well, the thing is, what Groudon would have done is Groudon would have just simply caused more volcanic eruptions, which would have expanded the land. It wouldn't have dried up the ocean. Like, the Groudon thing is a bit of a misinterpretation, because Groudon is the continent Pokemon. He would have basically raised more land up. Which, the funny thing is, doing that would have had the side consequence of actually also deepening the seas. Because what would have happened is, for all of the stuff that gets uplifted, it needs to, the continental plates would need to subside elsewhere, thus technically deepening the ocean. At the same time, it gives more surface area. Yes, for those who don't know, I am a geologist, which is one of the reasons why I just find like Hoenn does. The funny thing is, Hoenn wasn't my first game I actually played. I didn't play Hoenn until it was one of my final games that I played. Well, the thing is, Groudon wouldn't have increased the global temperature. Groudon would have just simply raised more land. Yeah, the weather condition of sunny day is actually a mistranslation. It simply means clear sky. So basically, it just gets rid of the clouds. Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. Which is the reason why the move Moonlight actually is boosted in terms of healing when sunny day is in effect. Because it isn't actually summoning the sun. It's just dispels the clouds. Because that melts ice water. Simple. But again, not exactly what Groudon does, which I did explain just then. But yeah, no, there's a whole bunch of Pokemon names and moves that are actually mistranslated for a couple of things, which that's not good, unfortunate. Rest in peace, Scyther. But also, yeah, stuff like that, not really for the chat. Exactly, Groudon is not the sun. All Groudon does is just get rid of the clouds. Groudon is the continent Pokemon. it deals with the land, not the sun. How do I get a Haunter in Pokemon Legends Arceus? How do I get the Gengar from my deck without having to trade? You don't need to trade anyone in Legends Arceus. Because there is an item, the link cable, which you just use the link cable and that evolves it. You can also trade it to evolve it, but you can get the item, the link cable, and that evolves it for you as well. Are there any Pokemon you think should have gotten a G-Game form? Not really. I'm actually kind of glad the G-Max forms were as limited as they were, because in most cases the G-Max form is actually worse than the regular Dynamax form, and I'm okay with that. And again, if you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe for more, and leave a like on the stream. I'll be right back to see if it sounds good. Doesn't bug Groudon cause Super Strategies? Yes, Primal Groudon is a bit of a different thing. Yes, Primal Groudon is a bit of a different thing. Finally, I'd say Dragapult. Dragapult. It is Dragapult. Hello there, Ruby. What's funny is that you can still use... Yep. Yeah, again, Pokemon names and words for things don't really make sense. They realistically don't make sense, which is one of my favorite parts about it. Nintendo logic does not exist in the Pokemon world. It simply does not exist. Well, yes, because Primal Groudon is like magma as well, lava and magma, which gives off heat. But yes. Let's see. But how does Primal Kyogre work? Well, Primal Kyogre is rain. That Kyogre actually does summon rain. Yeah, we don't really know. Again, Pokemon logic necessarily does not exist. Trust me, I'm also asking several questions about how it is these things work. Because it's like, wait, well, how does the rain? You just say something. Hello there, Mr. Chicken Man of Roost. How do you do today? How does Chicken Man of Roost do today? Yeah, just summons the sun. Oh, nice. Very nice. I am legitimately surprised that we have done this well against a Giratina with a Dracloak. Because I am very, very critical of Dracloak when it comes to Dynamax Adventures. So the fact we won, I am legitimately surprised by. Oh, having ideas. That scares me, Roost. When Roost gets ideas, I get scared. That frequently terrifies me. Alright, Johnny Arceus Myleth Pambi. Hopefully. No shiny Sneasel. No shiny Scyther. No shiny Teapot. No shiny Giratina. Thank you very much, Victor. Thank you. I just could not find a shiny Smeargle. The outbreak came... Took a break and came here. Interesting. Yeah, so are you doing the KO method? The KO method. Words are hard. I can't speak. Okay, let's try again connecting to the internet. Thank you very much, Victor. Thank you. That means the world to hear. And if you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe for more. We've been getting absolutely purged like freaking crazy. So we need your help, you wonderful, wonderful viewers. Okay, let me try something, because the internet is being weird right now. Okay, the internet is being weird. Let me re-enter the password. Because I don't know why it is doing this. Because again, clearly I have internet. Because I'm able to stream this to you. So why is it continuing to flub? Okay, this is very... I don't know, this is weird. I'm going to have some fun today. Hello there, Rich Joya. Nintendo says no internet. No, the date is correct. My system date and time is synced to the internet. So everything should be like synced up and working. I do not know what is going on. I'm going to have fun today. Oh, you scare me, Roos, when you're laughing like that. Normally, I go for the Crawdaunt, but I gotta go for the Persian, because that is... Of course, there's Rabambi. Of course, there's a Rabambi. Wow, NPC is actually picking, like, several good picks. Very, very unusual. Extremely unusual NPCs actually playing well. Alright, what have we got for our options? Cafagrigas. Torkoal, Dracloak, Machoke. I think we're gonna go to the right. Because I do, at the very least... Well, I mean, we got decent picks across the board for everything. We got decent picks. Wow. I always started to think Groudon was part Fire type. Yeah, a lot of people did used to think Groudon was part Fire type. I used to think Groudon was part Fire type. I mean, I also used to think Kyogre was part Ice type. Yeah, I used to think that they were Fire, Ground, and Water, Ice. Well, Ground, Fire, and Water, Ice. Incorrect on that. I was incorrect on that. Why is it using Focus Punch? I have several questions. At least I'm glad I'm going for the assurance damage here. Should I do at least get my damage multiplier? Yeah. Sadly, the Crawdaunt is going to burn through all its Lash Out power points. And that is not going to be good for our heroes. Because what that's going to mean is that it's going to have nothing to hit Giratina with. I mean, unless they get rid of unless they switch out the Crawdaunt for a Giratina. Which in all likelihood they will do, because the NPCs actually suck. Happy, clappy, clappy hands. Why do you use Helping Hand on the fighting type? We have Dark Moves. We have an adaptability Crawdaunt. These AI bots are absolutely foolish. Okay, that's not great. Groudon makes me feel Groudon's whole deal is lava. Well, no, it's continents. Its whole deal is the continents, not lava and magma. Yeah, lava and magma are actually different things technically. But yeah, no, its deal is the continents, the tectonic plates. Here we go. And we go for... Yeah, let's go for this thing. I always feel like I almost broke part of it. Yeah, no, Groudon is yeah, I mean Groudon is something. That's it's terrifying. I've used Groudon a few times on my VGC teams. It's a freaking heckin' unit. Love it. But it's also horrifying with how strong it is. So now why is it now going for the coaching when it has the fighting moves to use against the thing with the stuff? No idea understands. I don't understand this thing. I will never understand it. My uniform number. Yeah, the very common uniform number. The very common uniform number. That's the reason why I just go with Pokedex numbers for my uniform number. I went with Pokedex numbers. Oh, I'm glad it at least did that. Went for the energy ball. Oh, good crit. Of course, right. Anger point. I forgot. The funny thing is, the coaching is useless against this thing. Because this thing has Darkest Lair, which bypasses defense boosts. So it's entirely useless to have coaching boosts. I don't understand what Team Aqua meant when they said they were going to return the world to its original form by breathing. Primordial Seas. The Primordial Soup, which is the ocean. I mean, the world was like covered in water before. The funny thing is, before there were oceans, the world was like a volcanic nightmare scape before the waters appeared. So like the original form of what the Earth was basically volcanoes, rivers of lava, and just molten nightmare everything. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, no, again, like returning the world like as a natural thing is basically like a volcanoes and lava everywhere, which is a nightmare. Which is not quite good. Groudon is ideal world. Groudon is not the ideal world. Groudon, I mean, both of them have their problems. But that's the thing I like about Team Magma and Team Aqua. They were well intentioned, but ultimately they fundamentally misunderstand everything. I would not say people sleep on the Jupiter and Araquanid families. They are very good competitively for a list of reasons. Hello there, Act. Welcome in. Hello there. Now, I really hope that this girder actually uses a move. Finally, okay, I'm gonna use Squash because I'm gonna make sure that we can at least try and knock this thing. Good. But, you know, at some point I probably want to use the Jupiter family for a playthrough because, like, again, with Water Bubble, those things are horrifyingly strong. Yeah, Morty and Max, Archie and Maxie. Whatever their name, I forgot their assistants, realized they're doing well again. Yeah, Archie, Maxie, Courtney, well, Team Magmas are Tabitha, Courtney, and Maxie at charge. Hello there, Morpho Moth, welcome in. Welcome in. They made me think of Morpho Knight from, Kirby, with the name right there, Morpho. Because, like, a butterfly is what turns Galactonite into Morpho Knight. We can go for the ghost type. Team Magma is Maxie, Tabitha, and Courtney, and Team Aqua is Archie, Matt, and Shelly. Very based. Very, 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 very based fellow Kirby fan. Welcome in. Ah, delightful. Absolutely hecking delightful. Snarl. Helping hand? Okay, well, actually helping hand to us, because this thing actually has lower spike length than physical. That's good. Snarl. Bleh. Snarl bleh. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you as well. Hello, Kirby. If you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like on the stream and subscribe for more. High horsepower. I mean, that gets rid of guts, and this thing doesn't have any status inflictive moves, so that's fine. Okay, Shadow Ball, please don't knock out. Good. The use of Snarl actually saved the thing there. What nature do you suggest for Jupiter? I mean, generally, like, Adamant is just, whenever it comes to a story playthrough, generally your best natures are Adamant or Modest, just for better offensive power. In my opinion, Team Sky is a fan-made evil team by looking at Happy birthday, Charlie. Welcome in. Very happy birthday, Charlie. Yeah, I used to watch PokeTubers like years ago. I stopped. I forget who I used to watch. I think I did used to watch MNJTV. I mostly stopped watching them because it was like, I mean, I in general just like don't really watch a lot of gaming things anymore. I had an Eternatus before this, but I changed to the Hollow because I felt this was fun. Very nice. It's where to fill MNJTV. Yeah, I used to watch MNJTV, but I kind of stopped watching a lot of PokeTubers a few years ago, and I don't really know why. Like, it was just kind of like, not only like a disillusion with the, well, make a degree of disillusion with the community. I don't know, it's weird, it's complicated. It's a very long, weird, complicated thing. Modest special attack. Yes, Modest is plus special attack minus physical. Adamant is the reverse of attack minus special attack. And I will go Wise Glasses. It is certainly a Giratina. Yes. Thankfully we should be able to easily take this thing down. Well, I mean, is it better or worse we go with that? I mean, it could be better or worse. Is that going for Haze or Wonder Realm? I think it's going for Wonder Realm. I hope it's not going for Haze. It certainly is a Giratina. Very Giratina. Very, very Giratina. Ancient Power. Okay, good. No Omni Boost. Yeah, okay, I think this thing is going for Wonder Room. Yep, Wonder Room. I'm not so sure that was a good call to go for the Wonder Realm. Not really so sure on that, Chief. Please Defense Drop, please. No. Dang. Yeah. That's scary face go bleh. That's fine. That's entirely fine. Because I'm not really, well then again, I think, did I outspeed her anyway? Well, no, I did not outspeed me anyway. Please Special Defense Drop. Please Special Defense Drop. No Special Defense Drop, sadly. I basically purged all of my games with that Super Kirby Clash and Sword for space to reinstall Smash Bros. Neat. Yeah, I need to get more space on my Switch at some point. Well, then again, with the Switch 2 coming, I don't really need that. Because, like, again, I'm just going to get the Switch 2 thing. Favorite Pokemon? Metagross is my favorite Pokemon. Yeah, the funny thing is, Metagross isn't even my favorite shiny. Hello, Ningcat. Welcome back. It was good to see you again from last night. Thank you very much for returning. But yeah, no. Yeah. Stuff has been going well. Stuff has been going well. I'm not sure what my favorite shiny is, but I believe Shiny Miniora is great. I need to get back to doing that shiny hunt in Alola. We're doing a Masuda hunt for it. Freaking love that thing. Dona's ready to help the Persian. Good. Max Phantasm, please target me. I mean, maybe the switch around Uno Reverso was actually a good one. All right, that's based. That's gonna flatline the Jolteon, unfortunately. Jolteon got game ended. But yeah, no, Metagross actually is not my favorite shiny. My favorite shiny is actually Gigalith. Metagross is actually relatively low on the favorites totem pole. This thing does not want to go down. Giratina just does not want to go down. Coaching. Doot doot. Burden attack rose. Defense rose. I'm not using any of those moves, but it's fine. We ball. Should go there. Defense drop? No. We should be able to knock Giratina out hopefully this turn. Even with the stat purge, I think we should still have enough. Yeah, I mean, that I think probably was a crit, unless this is a very, very low physical defensive girder. Wow, that was... Oh my gosh. Well, at least this Giratina's got its pressure Uno Reverso'd, so that's at least good. I like Venom Crackle, my favorite shiny. I need a very curvy brain. Venom Kracko? What's the Venom Kracko? Please explain. Please elaborate. What if I wanted to go to the sun? The power of the sun in the palm of my hand. Which, funny thing, I mean, I'm going to be using that, probably that gif, that clip from Spider-Man 2 a whole lot. Probably the one from, well, actually, no, I'll go Spider-Man 2 because that was better. In one of my draft league teams, because my draft league team, it is a very, very aggressive Sun team. So it's like, I have Torkoal, I have Solar Power Charizard, I have 3 Photosynthesis Paradoxes, I have Blaziken, I have Venusaur. I quite literally do have the power of the sun in the palm of my hand on that team. Right now, I very specifically turn to the Brain Rot, where I associate both Brain World and Hollow Knight itching. Well, well, well. Yes, Mudkip. What is the well for? The original cover has aggressive. What aggressive about them? Attack stat. Walking Wake, a very powerful Sun Sweeper. Solar Power Charizard is like the textbook Sun Sweeper with solar power. Blaziken, very, very aggressive Pokemon. Sandy Shocks, very aggressive Sun Sweeper. Venusaur, Chlorophyll Sun Sweeper. It is this. I also have Scizor, but Scizor doesn't really go well on a normal Sun team. But yeah, no, it's this team is basically designed mostly to just attack. But yeah, generally you spec their moves into being far offense-oriented. Like Walking Wake basically just always goes for attacking moves. Okay, why is this thing acting so weird? The internet is just absolutely freaking out. Yeah, the internet just does not want to connect. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. Hopefully later tonight it should be working. Miss Magius was one. Well, Miss Magius was one of my Terra Captains. Yeah, Miss Magius was my Terra Captain. Well, one of my 2 Terra Captains, the other one being the Charizard. Because in this format, only like low-tier Pokemon can Terrastalize. With my Terra Captains being the Charizard and the Magius. Thank you very much, handsome Hans. Welcome in. That's pretty good. Thank you. The Shiny Metagross is actually a very specific Shiny Metagross. One that I have and was actually the reason the channel was made. Go for the Grimmsnarl. And again, if you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe for more. Thank you very much all for being here, as this channel could not be possible without you, wonderful viewers. Isn't Sandy Shocks considered one of the weakest paradoxes? Sandy Shocks is very strong. Sandy Shocks is very, very good. Ooh, Skuntank. Okay, so what are our options? We got decent Pokemon all around. I mean, I guess that we go... I mean, I guess we go... I do need... I mean, either of them are... Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. Yes, we are playing Pokemon Sword and Shield, Handsome Hans. I'm trying to beat Beazle in the game and make a perfect picture. Interesting. But, you know, Sandy Shocks is very, very good. Sandy Shocks is a hyper specialist where it does a few things, but it does those few things very, very well. You know, it's a very, 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 very effective Sun Sweeper, because, like, hello there, Ryan McDonough, welcome in. Because, like, I was looking over its moveset. Its moveset is fairly bland. You know, obviously it's got, you know, the standard electric moves, the standard standard electric moves, standard ground moves, and, like, Power Gem, Flash Cannon, like, that's basically it for coverage moves, other than Tri-Attack, which, I mean, you're not really using Tri-Attack for coverage. But then it's got, like, Magnet Rise, both Light Screen and Reflect. It's got Spikes and Stealth Rocks. 24, interesting. It's got a whole lot of bunch of fun stuff. It might be in the Paradox are better than the Beasts. Interestingly enough, in general, a lot of people would say it is the other way around, where the Beast Paradoxes are, as a cohesive group, a bit better than the Swords Paradoxes, but largely that is because, like, Walking Wake and Gouging Fire are insane. Like, those two things are absolute monsters. Raging Bolt's okay. Yes, average TSM. This is Dynamax Adventures, where there are all gigantic Pokemon. Yeah, like, Iron Crown is probably the best of the past. Iron Crown is probably the best of the future paradoxes, of the Swords of Justice paradoxes, because I thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. Because it's access to the absolutely absurd expanding force when you use down the psychic terrain, because the other two are physical attackers, and physical psychic is generally not the best thing in the world. But yeah, we do Dynamax Adventures every day. Thank you very much. Hello there, Godzilla fan 2024. Also, we are big fans of Godzilla as well. Well, we are very, very big Godzilla fans in addition to that. But yeah, no, the paradoxes are actually, the future paradoxes are also very good. But Iron Leaves kind of holds it back a little bit. The funny thing is that I've noticed Iron Leaves and Raging Bolt are kind of like the weak link of the whole trio, where, like, there's one that is not as good as the others. But Raging Bolt is in general a bit better because of its better moveset and better stat alignment. Is there any way to recharge the Noble Pokemon Rebattle the Volcarona? I don't think there is. I don't think you can rematch those things. Power Up Punch. Power Up Punch. Also, we have a secondary channel, ladies and gentlemen, where we cover movies and TV shows. Movies, TV shows, and stuff and things. Oh, you can? Did not know that. Interesting. I haven't really done a whole lot with Legends Arceus, but that is the link to our secondary channel, Max Allo. Currently a lot of Godzilla-related content up over there. Interesting, I did not know that, Jacob Kilowatch. Fascinating. From what I've seen, Raging Bolt is not batted out fast by Miraidon. Yes! Yeah, very much. But I mean, Miraidon's also a restricted legendary, which is kind of its own sort of thing. But, you know, Raging Bolt, I mean, Miraidon is, like, one of the best Pokemon that exist at the moment. I believe it's not quite as good as Gen 8 Zacian Crowned, where that thing was a monster, but it's pretty good. I would say Morpho, do switch your profile as you wish. I mean, it's not really for anyone else to say what to do with your PFP. That is a choice that is only yours to make. But yeah, no, it's Raging Bolt is pretty good. Raging Bolt is pretty good. Yeah, no, I mean, it's Gouging Fire and Walking Wake are absolutely monstrous. I mean, kind of the best way of looking at, like, which one... That's the Gal Legendary Scam, metal-wise. Yeah, they're pretty good. A lot of people really overestimate how strong Urshifu is. Urshifu is okay. Even back in Generation 8, Urshifu was nowhere near what people thought it was. Like, a lot of people saw, okay, Urshifu has a move that always crit, and it has an ability that bypasses Protect for contact moves. But it's not really as powerful as a lot of people thought it was, because its speed is actually below what you would want it to be for a Pokemon of its caliber, so it means it basically forces it to go Scarf. Because it can't outspeed things it needs to. Hello there, Mo. It's been a while. How are you doing? And Starfall Colors, welcome back as well. We are not going to be swapping out for the Porygon. But howdy, howdy, howdy. Hope you're all doing delightful. Be heckin' delightful. I have seen you before. Yes. Starfall's been a couple streams. Starfall is many of them. That's kind of my favorite thing about the streaming community, is that you see people from other like chats, other stream places that you don't really notice. Like, oh wait, you're both watching. You also watch this guy? Neat. Let's go for this thing. Just found out that I'm getting very nice. I mean, well, they're generally not good to spoil things you get for your birthday, but very nice. Hope your birthday goes well. Coming soon. Good to see you got a bit of a birthday coming up. Tank. Oh. And then just power punch. Just keep punching away. Punch. So I changed my profile picture back to return just real quick. BRB. Okay, Morphle. That's good. I'm getting a switch on game capture card. Ooh, fun. Interesting. Oh, game capture card. I thought I said GameCube card. Nice. Yeah, very, very nice. I wish you the best of luck on that. Yeah, GameCube things spurred you to go to the arenas where you fought them. Interesting. Interesting. Why does Guntank have a tentacle shiny? Because in all Dynamax Pokemon have this like red sheen on them. The exception to this being Calyrex. Instead of being red, the sheen is blue. Never get into Game Shark. Never get into Game Shark because it's cool stuff, but you can lose stuff over. I mean, Game Sharks are. I mean, in principle, they're cheating. They're hacking, and that is a big no-no for me. Very, very based. Very, very based to not use Game Sharks. Blizzard. Do you know there was a snail was able to one-shot the god of all Pokemon as a snail? Yes. Mag Cargo Fast is very strong. My favorite Pokemon is Metagross. Dynamax Calyrex. Yes, it is Calyrex. It is Calyrex, I believe. Because like it's Cali as in like Caledonia, which is the, I believe, Latin name for Scotland? If the internet connects on the Switch, David, we would be very happy if you guys could pop in for some Dynamax Adventures. Because we do Dynamax Adventures every single day, and we actually do it specifically so you guys can join in. But today, it seems the internet has other ideas, where it just doesn't want to be connecting on the Switch. Because again, I can stream. So, the internet is working. It's just the Switch is not connecting for some reason. How do you get the link cable, which is used to evolve the Haunter into the Gengar? That is from time-space distortions, or the Ginkgo Guild person. Something when you go into Jubilife Village. I think like the lady who's like Ginter, I believe is what his name is. The guy that looks like Volcarona with like more pale hair. He sells rare items, and occasionally he will have evolution items. So I believe that you have to go talk to him. I mean, I think it's every 10 Pokemon you catch out in the catch areas, you'll find that every time you can catch 10 Pokemons, he'll restock his shop. What does Volcarona like? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he's the guy in Jubilee. Those are like sitting down by the other wagons, so he shouldn't be too hard to miss. Yes, or you can, yes, beans in box. Yes, you can also get them by collecting satchels, and if you have time-space distortions while out in, you know, the areas catching Pokemon, they can be dropped inside the time-space distortions. Fish. Very fish. I think the next Pokemon Presents we will be getting is going to be in, like, September or something. Because they don't really do a whole lot of Pokemon Presents. Are you hoping, so why are you hoping for there to be a Pokemon Presents? For something relating to, the next games? Like, Legends ZA? Because I don't think we're going to be getting anything related to Legends ZA news for a long time. I think that the soonest we will see more relating to Legends ZA is going to be maybe 3 to 4, like, the soonest we'll see like a gameplay footage is probably maybe 3-4 months before the game actually releases, as opposed to, you know, maybe prior to that. Oh yeah, we're not gonna know any of that. They are not gonna reveal any info like that until, you know, maybe a few months before the actual game, because they know what happens if they release that stuff early. Like, yeah, stuff like that they are not gonna send out for a while, because they know how the community reacts to things. So stuff like that we are probably a year out from seeing. That's what they do with basically all the things. It's why if you look at all the trailers, it's like stuff just, you know, it says, you know, not in-game footage. Also, yes, all of the presents are basically 99% mobile games, 1% actual games. Because that's one of the reasons why whenever you have... but I've seen Beta Eternatus. I have not seen Beta Eternatus. Yes, also the... Well, Scarlet... Yes. I mean, I think what Beans in Box means is that when it comes to things like Pokemon Presents, the vast, I mean, hyperbolic, but like the vast majority of what we get shown to us in Pokemon Presents, they are not the things that we are actually looking for, which that's actually the reason why the whole Pokemon Presents exists. It's in why, like, the stuff we actually want to see is saved towards the end, because all of what the presents are there to do is make sure the core mainline game audience is shown stuff like, you know, Unite, Go, Masters EX, TCG. The whole point of the Pokemon Presents is to attempt to show the main core community, again, the people who play the mainline games, the other side games, to get them to buy into that stuff. You know, that is the entire reason why the Pokemon Presents exist. That's the reason why they show the main game stuff last. Because otherwise, who's going to go and do those things? Like, I mean, there are people who do play Pokemon Cafe Mix. But the vast majority of the community does not play Cafe Mix. The vast majority of the community does not play, like, Unite. But if they show, or Pokemon Masters EX, but they go, they're bringing in this character I really like into Pokemon Masters EX. Maybe I go play Pokemon Masters EX and try to pull that character. You know, it's a very calculated business strategy. Hello, Pokemon Master. Another quick question. Who do you think would win, Godzilla or Pokemon ever plus their gimmick forms? Pokemon would win. Pokemon would win. I mean, Godzilla is strong, but I mean, they're literally Pokemon that can bend and warp reality. But, you know, that's the main reason why the whole Pokemon Presents is set up the way it is it's just there to try to get people to go and play the other games. And, you know, they do this, like, very routinely where the main game is saved to the end. And even then, we don't really get it. We don't even get, like, much on the new games. It's brilliant. But it's a... I just hope that ZA is fun and replayable as Scarlet and Ellie. Really? I did not find Legends Arceus that replayable. Maybe see at least one of the starters. Oh yeah, no, we're not seeing any of the starters for ZA. Basically, any news relating to Pokemon in ZA we're probably not getting until maybe like 6 months before that game in terms of like starters. But yeah, no, we are not going to be getting much on that game for a couple of reasons. One, the leak community, I say leak, you know, in big, giant, massive, glowing air quotes, that is literally, the leaks are outright illegal, and by withholding a lot of information relating to the games, and like what Pokemon are in the games, what are game mechanics, they can actually track where those leaks are coming from within the company itself. And thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. Which is, there's maybe like 5-6 reasons why that a lot of information isn't being let out. That's one of the big ones, is they can actually track where are the leaks coming from, which is also a large part of the reason why the development staff for Pokemon games is actually as small as it is. A lot of AAA development studios, they don't really have most AAA studios do not have as small of a development team for games as Pokemon does. And the main reason for that comes down to the Pokemon community and like the internet for Pokemon information is absolutely rabid. There is no game in the world where the community and the internet will devour news relating to it. Like, you had, before Gen 9 released, there were already leaks for Gen 10. Like, no one cares about, like, the next Mario game to the same degree. No one cares about the next Call of Duty, the next Halo game, to the same way that the internet will be just lit on fire for Pokemon news. And that's the main reason why they control it as tight as they do. I wish they just said it's on... See, I mean, that's what makes me think it is a building simulator. Pokemon Legends Arceus. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, because I wasn't really the biggest fan of Legends Arceus. Okay, but some of the mobile games will like have the mixed message yet. When they announce multiple things, you gotta save the best for last, but if patient fans want every present to the next team. Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, new Coliseum, like a new Coliseum or Gale of Darkness is next to impossible because those games are in like a legal limbo. Like, those games are in like a very legal limbo, so they realistically can't remake them or do anything with them. As well as like, sadly, as much as I would love to see a new Mystery Dungeon game, I don't think we're going to be getting them, because when they did remake Red and Blue Rescue Team with Dungeon EX, like, the game got absolutely blasted online and it didn't really sell that well. Which tells Chunsoft, is it really worth it to go make another Pokemon game with this? Because, like, it's not going to make us money, so there's just no point in doing it. There's a huge storm, so I'm going to be having a minute. Okay, sounds good, N1. There's something about something like this. No shiny Vaporeon, no shiny Skuntank, no shiny Barthkiuta, no shiny Giratina. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of like the sad thing about when people like blast a game, like, you know, say Mystery Dungeon DX, and then want a remake of Mystery Dungeon Sky. The reason that game is not going to be remade is because you guys blasted the last one so aggressively. Which is the reason why I actually, and I will forever like fight on this hill, that people did not allow any criticism of Legends Arceus to actually be allowed to exist. Because the fear that, well, if you criticize Legends Arceus too much, we'll never get another Legends-style game. We recognize Legends Arceus is not a great game, but we want another one, so much so that we're willing to have it be bad. And it's like, that's not good. That's very not good. Pokemon Go, Pokemon Sleep. They're gonna make Pokemon... Make a Pokemon to... Yeah, this Gavin mix. Yeah. I love the Mystery Dungeon games. But it's like... when it comes to making, well, any product, there is a very, very fine balance that needs to be struck between making a better product and balancing that alongside the costs to actually, you know, make the game, the licensing fees, the legal fees, and everything like that. Personally, I'm just sad that people misunderstood characters like the characters in Villainous. Exactly. The true villain of Sword and Shield was actually Hop. Hop was the real villain. Bring back gambling Pokemon. Well, they're probably never going to bring back things like the gambling lottery casino, because that actually does upgrade the age rating of the games and makes the game sell less. Hello, X Armor. Max got a shiny small points like that to make brand sandwich. Nice. Personally, I was sad when people understood the characters. Yeah, the real villain of the game was Hop. The real villain of the game was Hop. But yeah, I mean, it kind of makes me sad because it's like, I will criticize a game like Legends Arceus, but I appreciate the game for what it does and what it has. That doesn't mean I think it's a bad game. Just that there are things about it that need to be improved, and the only way they can make improvements is if they're aware of what the problems are, so next time they can make the next Legends game bigger and better. But by denying any criticism of the game, that means the next Legends game is going to have those same problems, and probably even worse. Well, I mean, not even just the next Legends game, the next Pokemon game itself, which, as we saw from Scarlet Violet, that game did have several problems that actually were present in the original Legends Arceus that could have been fixed preemptively, but was not allowed to be fixed because people were not able to talk about those problems. Oh yeah, no, here's my policy when it comes to anything involving leaks. If a leaker says something is the case, I immediately know that is not true. Because again, leaks are algorithmic guesswork. It's predictive guesswork based on this is what the trend of what Pokemon has done in the past, using that to speculate what are they going to do next time. Which is a large part of the reason why all the Gen 9 leaks were wrong. Because they didn't follow that same predictive progress. Why would Pokemon blast a game like that? Because they are probably never going to get a Pokemon game that plays Pokemon again. Because nostalgia goggles, Spirit. Because when they made Pokemon Explorers, well, the original Red and Blue Rescue Team, people didn't realize that that game had a lot of problems itself and they're nostalgia blinded. So when they play the game again as a remake, which is just heavily updated, they think... When people play a remake of a game that they grew up with as a very youngling, their first thought is never, wow, the original game was not great. Their first thought is, the original was perfect, this remake ruined that game. Because they don't want to admit, or well, not really admit, but they don't want to think this game they love, there was something bad about it. I love Legend mainly because I will actually catch Pokemon. Okay, rain's gotten heavier than usual. No, you should be fine. Yeah, we got a bit of a bad rainstorm ourselves here yesterday. I feel that. You know, it's actually a very common thing where people will heap criticisms on a remake of something rather than kind of internalize, was the original perfect? You know, it's unfortunately a very common thing. But I never really completed the Pokédex in Pokemon, so probably will in Legends Arceus be the most broken. Interesting. I was actually kind of the opposite with Legends Arceus. I wasn't a big fan of the way to complete the decks in the game, because, I mean, again, this comes largely from, like, the math brain of me, where it actually took about, like, even absolutely optimized to the nth degree. It requires like almost twice as many captures of Pokemon at minimum to fill the decks out for Legends to get the whole thing completed, because the whole point of the Legends Arceus is to get the whole deck to level 10. And that's excluding like they use attacks to knock things out and defeat Pokemon in certain ways. So in reality, Legends Arceus is actually the most time-consuming decks to fill out. 2 weeks ago it was horrible, got splashed, but a lot of cars from puddles and it was so... That's not good. Oh, I hope we get a remake of Sword and Shield one day called Gem Sword and Ruby Shield. Interesting. I mean, we're probably going to get a remake of Sword and Shield in probably like 20 years. Which is another part of the reason I was not expecting Black and White remakes at any time soon. Because if we got Black and White remakes like this year, that would mean we would be getting Sword and Shield remakes in like 7 years. Because like that's the timetable of things. You know, it's... They're not gonna, like, I mean, realistically, that's like a decade ago. Like, they're not gonna be remaking that. Like, it was almost like 15 years since Diamond Pearl that they remade BDSP. They're not gonna be remaking like Sword and Shield like 10 years after it released on a console that is only 1 generation removed in its backward compatibility. I hope we get a remake of Sword and Shield that obviously turns out will be evil, very clear, but a lot of people agree. You gotta remember, people have a very binary view of good and evil. When it comes to things, people don't really seem to internalize that things can be antagonistic but not necessarily evil. More of a perfect example of this is actually Godzilla. A lot of people think the original Godzilla was like evil or a villain. The original Godzilla was actually just confused and actually lashing out against humanity because its family and its home was actually destroyed by Castle Bravo. So it's like, yeah, no. Humanity, it was not really, it's not quite, you know, black and white morality like that. It's, there is the gray zone. Pokemon Ultra Sword. Yeah, like, that's one of the reasons, like, that's, we have a whole giant video on this, Morpho, for the secondary channel, dealing with, like, specifically Godzilla -1. But, which again, I go into a lot more detail on that. But it is possible to have an antagonist that is not a villain. Where, like, the best example of this is Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. Where Godzilla is, on principle, antagonistic. Obviously, you know, it's Mechagodzilla built by humanity to fight Godzilla, you know, self-defensive against, you know, that's in Godzilla. But Godzilla's whole motivation in that movie is humanity accidentally took a newly hatched Godzillasaurus. And Godzilla wants to protect the youngling Godzillasaurus because obvious reasons. And that is the primary motivating reason why Godzilla is antagonistic in that movie. In addition, you know, the historic reasons of why Godzilla, you know, is antagonistic. So it's like, England lost the Euro yesterday, so I skipped school today. England, what do you mean England lost the Euro? A lot of people know the difference between action being reasonable and understandable. Yeah, very much. Again, I think a large part of it comes from, like, I mean, a lot of media today is, like, good and evil is very, very clear-cut. I mean, obviously, for a lot of reasons, especially when it comes to media for, you know, younger viewers. You want the heroes to be the heroes and that to be very clear. You want the villains to be the villains and that be very clear. You know, I mean, like, Star Wars. I mean, I like the original Star Wars and the prequel trilogy. Anything Disney did is just non-existent to me. Where, yeah, like, the heroes and the villains, they were very clear-cut. You know, again, black and white morality. Good versus evil, which is good for, you know, things. But there are also times, like, you know, you do need, you know, maybe, you know, there are some times when, you know, the heroes do things that are a little bit sketchy. Hello there, Random. How you doing? Personally loved How. I also loved How. How is a great villain. Not villain. How is not a great villain. How is a great rival. Like, How is ideal character because he represents the best of what the Pokemon community could be. He doesn't battle with the strongest Pokemon because he wants to win. He battles with the Pokemon he likes because he just wants to have fun. He's there just for a good time. You know, he doesn't care if he wins, he doesn't care if he loses. He's just there to vibe. Very, very, very much. Also, if you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe for more and leave a like on the stream. It is the best way to help support the channel out. The original Fire Red and Leaf Green, there was an 8-year-old, age of a 10-year-old. Arceus was, VGSP was 15. The reason that Fire Red and Leaf Green were remade was because it was impossible to get any of the Kanto Pokemon on the GBA games. And that was also the same thing with why Heart Gold Soul Silver were remade as quickly as they were. It's because there were a number of Pokemon that you could not get back in the Generation 3 games that were from Johto and from Kanto. So, well, that's the reason why the Generation 3 and Generation 4 game remakes happened. Bowser Jr. of all Mario characters said, good and evil are outdated terms. I would not quite disagree on that, Will. I mean, good and evil will always exist. You know, that's that. You know, that is not quite on that. There is a very clear-cut difference between good and evil. Save the remake situations where, or would have the letter remakes kind of save the remake situation. Hello there, Tuba, welcome in. Bowser Jr. is it? I mean, to be fair, Bowser Jr. was raised by Bowser, so it kind of math tracks. I mean, that sort of slightly makes a little bit sense that Bowser Jr. would have said that. I mean, the weirdest thing is that Hop does the same thing in Sword and Shield that How did in Sun and Moon. Well, not exactly. Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. The main difference between How and Hop is that Hop kind of fawns over his older brother. Hop kind of simps for Leon, for lack of a better term. The entirety of Hop's character revolves around his adoration of his brother. As opposed to, like, How... Thank you very much, Dubivon. Thank you. As opposed to How, where How embraces, you know, of course, a lot of things about, you know, Alola, but he looks up to his grandfather, but he is not like, Grandpa's the greatest person in the world, the greatest of all kahunas. Like, no, he's just like, you know, he looks up to him. Saves the Radiance from Hollow Knight, so it's really bad, so it's just Rod and Angry God without what is on Joe Bender. Yeah, I know, I've heard good things about Hollow Knight. Because what Hop is shaking two hands up and down, each other to Hop, shaking hands up and down, with each other. Well, I mean, that's one of the visuals. One is visuals, the other is actions and motivations are very, very different. You know, How's actions and his whole personality and disposition are very, very different than Hop, as opposed to just like the physical gestures and actions they do. I mean, for Rookie, wish you very good luck on that Rookie D shiny hunt. It's like Hop, but I wish he wouldn't drag me around the rails. Yeah, I mean, that's the other part, is that Hop kind of drags you into things, whereas How is just there to experience. I wish you the best of luck on your Rookie D. What game are you shiny hunting for Rookie D in? Oh, Draining Cast. Oh. Well, I'm glad I didn't go for the Dynamax, because that would have been impossible for it to use that. Lusamine and Taro are two of the worst parents of Pokemon because they left their children to fend for themselves. Yeah. Though, I mean, Lusamine's case, at the very least, when it comes to Ultra, slightly makes sense. Lusamine kind of had a sort of mental breakdown after Moan, I think is what his name is, got sucked into an Ultra wormhole. And, I mean, again, this is the reason why I prefer Ultra Sun and Moon to regular base Sun and Moon, because the reason why she flew off the deep end in the Ultra games is after she discovered, like, okay, the ultra wormholes and Necrozma, she was like, this thing is gonna end the world if I don't do something about it. It was kind of like, it's kind of an interesting debate of, yes, on one hand, she did abandon her family. You know, obviously, that's a very bad thing to have done. But on the other hand, what she was trying to do was stop Necrozma from coming into our universe and eating the sun, which would have just ended all life on the planet. So it is a thing of like, in the end, does that to a degree justify it? Like, again, it's a bit of an interesting, like, philosophical debate right there. Hello there, Shiny, welcome in. I love Ultra Sun more because it's my favorite Pokemon, and I am biased. But unlike Hop, who has the decency most of the time, how unlike Hop, who has the decency present things, Pokemon. So that run, how watch did you save a lull that goes like, what are you saying? How watch did you music? Are you saying? Yeah. Maybe Luzamine is morally great. Yes, like that's why I like Ultra and Ultra Moon Luzamine a lot more than Sun and Moon Luzamine, because Sun and Moon Luzamine is just psycho bitch. She's just Sun and Moon Luzamine is actually crazy. Whereas, you know, Ultra Sun and Moon, she's unhinged, but she's there enough to, like, no. But the funny thing is, what you're doing in Sun and what you're doing in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is actually the exact same thing Luzamine is doing. It's just with you are looking for a solution that doesn't involve Nebby basically getting absolutely obliterated in the process, whereas Luzamine is stopping Necrozma by any means necessary. So again, you're both doing the same thing fundamentally. It's just, you know, you're both doing the same thing. It's just, her methods are not exactly the most moral. But I do like. I love the manga version where the goal is the same as based on the moon, but she covers her reaction the same way Luzamine does until it's revealed she just wants to play well for Ruby Paradise. Psycho. Luzamine is psycho. I actually had the same kind of theories that Luzamine didn't leave to save the world. There's that you go well, that's what it was in Sun and Moon. That was the Sun and Moon story arc for the characters. Is she very much did like worship the Ultra Beasts. She, again, Sun and Moon Luzamine, several screws loose on Sun and Moon Luzamine. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon one, she was actually trying to do some good, which we know because when they came back, she was basically like with Guzma to go fight Necrozma, and then they got absolutely the crap kicked out of them. Like, I forget where she like run or something. I forget what she actually told you to go do. Yeah, anime Luzamine is something. There's a lot to unpack with anime Luzamine. And this I don't tell the worst parents because they left Arvin for that research. Yeah. I mean, again, also, I mean, they literally had a time machine. But yeah. Everyone's I mean, I like the idea of the characters, but also a parental abandonment is not a good thing. I mean, kind of, yeah. I mean, they died trying to protect stuff, like, I mean, yeah. Hot take. Redemption arcs are overdone. Obviously, morally black and white. But at the end of the day, the amount of people IRL changes. Better is exactly. I mean, the thing is, I do think that redemption arcs are something that are important. Because again, even if even if most people don't, you know, again, redeem themselves and change, there are still some people who do. And I think that actually is very important. What Pokemon anime is it? What Pokemon anime is best in my opinion? Ooh, good question. For me, it would probably be a tie, a three-way tie, between the Hoenn anime, the Sinnoh anime, and actually the Alola anime. I haven't seen Journeys yet, so I can't really weigh in on that. I literally just haven't seen the Journeys anime, so I literally can't give any thoughts on that one. But yeah, man, I like redemption arcs for characters. I think that a redemption arc for a character, it needs to be well handled. that it shouldn't just be like handed out like candy. Like there needs to be a very good in-story reason for why they're doing it, as well as what their previous actions were, need to not be too extreme. Yeah, you have the character's personality changing, but knowing that the personality is theirs, now the deal is what they... Well, because if the personality isn't theirs, that's it. And thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. Thank you. Plus knowing good because they had a force to be good. Journey is a great opinion. Ash's farewell was also good. Yeah, I mean, I said for a while I think that they needed to get rid of Ash as a character, like as the main character of Pokemon for a while. So there's thoughts and feelings on that. Which one is better? Do I need? The Beartic is probably the better one for us to go to. There's a great opinion. But yeah, I've largely been of the opinion that they needed to have gotten rid of Ash for a while in the anime, for one reason, actually, his character arc. You know, Ash's arc as a character kind of was permanently stagnant, because every single series of the anime was Ash goes to a new region, he learned some things along the way, but then immediately in the league, he just gets absolutely taken out like a punk. And it was the same thing over and over, and that's the reason why when he won in Alola, it was so surprising. Because, like, wow, Ash actually won? I mean, the only other time Ash won a league was the Orange Islands. And then he won, of course, during the latest one with Journeys. I haven't seen Horizon, that's the new one. I haven't seen Horizons yet. And then he won during the Journeys one where he won the thing in the end. I was like, I like that. I'm glad that they were able to conclude his character arc. I call that formula the Yu-Gi-Oh formula, where every series has its own protagonist, so that way a character can conclude their arc. You know, I'm a very firm believer of characters in fiction. They do deserve, like, the good ending. That, you know, after everything is said and done, like, they've saved what they've done what they do, they deserve their time just to rest, and what they do. I'm a very firm believer, like, that is... I like that. It's one of the reasons I didn't like when Disney just made Star Wars like, oh, well, the First Order's doing the thing the Empire didn't, like, it brings all the characters out of the thing, and then it just does not give them a good farewell. I'm so glad that Villainous wasn't just still in the anime. Happy to help them, made it happy. Honestly, I wonder if Ash, the letter of the protagonist, would have been called welcome. I've said the same thing in one. Because the problem was with this, again, this is something I'm probably going to be doing a separate video on the secondary channel about, is the problem with removing Ash is that by the point they removed Ash at, the anime's identity had become the anime is Ash. You know, that it was the identity of the anime and the identity of Ash as a character is they're too they're too heavily linked. And again, that's why I point to Yu-Gi-Oh. The only Ash actually won't actually be where Lola and Gamma. Well, no, Ash won on the Orange Islands. He won the Orange Islands. Where, again, like Yu-Gi-Oh, where they had, you know, Yugi, his story conclude at the end of the first series, but then he came back for, like, a cameo in GX, like, right at the start. Like, I love that. But, is like, his arc has concluded, and he has done, you know, Yugi things, and I like that. But like with Ash, it was like they kept bringing him back, and it was like I think the best place to have ended off Ash's story was at the end of Sinnoh. You know, had let him win Sinnoh, and ended off there, and then bring in a new character. Hello there, Corinthian Cavalier. Welcome in. Hello there, new here. Do you do solo or do it? We let viewers join. However, the internet today is being a little bit finicky. But welcome and thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. Yeah, the internet's being a little bit finicky today, but we do Dynamax Adventures every single day, and I actually prefer doing them with you guys as viewers because it's a lot more fun. But the internet right now is being a little bit problematic and not actually letting it connect, despite the fact that the internet is working like the stream. Don't know why this thing isn't working though. I believe, yes. I do let you viewers join in. The internet is just being an absolute... words I am not allowed to say on the platform. I was supposed to name an anime, but I don't know what the name of the anime is. Everyone has a lot to unpack. Anime Lusamine is a bit convoluted in that she's a bit of a combination of Sun and Moon Lusamine, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon Lusamine, and a lot of the traits of those heavily reduced, and other stuff for the anime added. So it's like, it's basically 3 different incarnations of a character that are fundamentally not really compatible, that are smashed together, and a lot of it doesn't really work super well. But yes, I like anime more. And the internet is very being cringe. There's only a handful of really complaining about the replacement. Most of the anime fans would felt bittersweet, but they were looking forward to it. Yeah. But I mean, I think a lot of people probably also didn't continue on watching because again, they would have liked to see the evolution of the character, which I think that they could have done a bit more, like with having Ash's new replacement be stuff things. But yeah, at least Lily anime we got to see Lily and Lizard. Yes, we did. Yeah, again, the anime changes a lot of things, and I think also could be a thing of like translation errors for stuff and things. But yeah. The anime does change things, and they do stuff and things, but I do generally like what the anime does. They already relate to Rico so much, and I've only seen it for 3 episodes so far. Yeah, I'm going to be at some point watching Pokemon Horizons, just when the whole series is finished, I like to binge watch. That's the reason why I'm kind of waiting for Kaiju number 9 to finish. Not Kaiju number 9, Kaiju number 8 to finish. So that way when that all finishes, I can go and watch the entire thing in one long stretch. Because, by the way, we love Kaiju. Godzilla, greatest fictional character of all time. But yeah, we do get to see Lily and Lucy interact, and I do like that. But yeah, the Alola anime, I think in general, the Alola anime might be my favorite of the anime, because I like how the series is very slice of life. It's not, we're journeying all over the region, we are fighting some team that is trying to take some, interdimensional gods for purposes. It's just, they're going to school together, and hijinks ensue. It's the reason, I really love Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Mage for things like that. It's just, it's slice of life. I enjoy slice of life series. I know, this is our usual time, Gengar. We usually go live at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wow, we see Ash cameo. I don't think we're going to be getting an Ash cameo in Horizons, because I think that the Horizons continuity is a separate continuity family. It's like its own separate timeline. In your opinion, if Ash was placed at Sinnoh, Ash's downfall in Gen 5 wouldn't have happened. I think we would have kept reputations out of it. Yes! Ash's reputation would have been much better preserved if he left after Sinnoh. That is a very, I very agree with that. Yeah, I mean you are earlier than usual, yes, I would say. But yes, I do very much think that would have been the case if he ended early. So many people thought Liko was gonna be Yep. Well, okay, there's a reason for that, Morpho. This is something that I mention a lot on the channel, is the idea of a narrative greater than what it has been. It's basically the reason why people love conspiracy theories, because the idea of thinking about there's more to this than what we see is a fascinating and very alluring concept. Like, if you just said, oh yeah, no, the new character in the Pokemon anime is just some new unconnected character, people are like, okay, that's cool, that's neat, I can look forward to it. But then you get these people that are like, well, no, the character is actually Ash's daughter, and the mother is who, and it's basically like clickable thumbnails. It's the same reason why clickable thumbnails are a thing for clickbait, and this is also one of the large reasons why I kind of avoid a lot of the PokeTuber channels, because those are basically the root of a lot of this incorrect information and speculation that pervades the community, which is basically an infection. It's the brain rot exists, unfortunately. There are 4 Nurse Joys in Sun and Moon anime. Wait, I wish the protagonists of Go. I was the protagonist was Go in Journeys. There's an episode that showed every Pokemon Nurse Joy ever in the other regions, and they're probably in the same timeline. Really? Well, I mean, the Nurse Joy in all continuity, they're all one family. I mean, that's more of like a timeline continuity thing with a lot like how in Transformers, the original 13 are like present in basically all continuities. It doesn't mean that it is, well, originally it actually was the same 13 in all continuities, then they changed that, retconning with the universe singularity, that's the whole giant mess together. But it's probably like they're just it's a mythology gag basically. It's like, oh, well, all the Nurse Joys are a family, all the Nurse Joys are a family, because that's a canon thing for all of them. I mean, it could be the same continuity, but I don't think it will be the same. I love when they make the short anime things for the games. I like seeing the game. I like how they got away with just keeping one character for the Nurse Joy role. Well, I mean, there was never one character for the Nurse Joy role. Every Nurse Joy was their own character. You know, they mentioned it every time, you know, Brock would go to one in one of the next towns. They would always say, oh, no, you must be familiar with my younger sister from here. Unless you mean, like, one character design. Because I do like how, like, was it Unova that first had the new, different Nurse Joy design? Let's get the shiny. I agree. They said the Nurse Joy below that there were sisters of 4. Interesting. You know that Porygon returned to the Horizon to use abandoned. Wait, really? They finally they reinstated Porygon? Justice for Porygon! They put Porygon back in the thing. Oh my gosh, I love it. I mean, I like Porygon. The Pokemon Amusing Nurse Joy is I ditto. That'd be horrifying. That would be absolutely nightmare-inducing levels of terrifying, scarifyings. Justice for Porygon. Okay, we go for play rough. We knock this thing out. There we go. Got my Pokemon Sword drought over 2 weeks ago. Nah, hopefully you break that soon. No, it's a really fake edited picture. Ah, dang it. I want Porygon to be, like, in something things. I love Porygon. Like, it's just silly. Yeah, so Porygon returned for the first time for the band. I need to go check that. Interesting. Look at that mythical. How you doing? Hello. And if you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe for more and leave a like on the stream. You guys are the ones that make this not just a channel, but a community. We could not do any of what we do if it weren't for you. Let's check to see if we do get a shiny or we do not. I have my doubts because Giratina hates me. No, a shiny Eldegoss. No shiny Beartick. No shiny Liepard. And no shiny Giratina. Let's check again to see if the internet actually is going to work for once on this. Yes, you worked with Giratina? Alright, let's try Wycoms. No, but it's taking too long, so that's not going to count. Yes. Okay, close. Let's see if this works now. Because it's been doing this. No, it's okay. It's not working. All right. All right. Let me see if re-entering. I mean, I've been re-entering the password for a while, and it still hasn't been working. But let's Because, again, I would prefer if I can actually play with you guys. But if the thing doesn't want to work... Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. Evie, how many Giratinas do you have? We do not have any Giratina. Hello there, Junior Basil. Dude, I've been trying to get your channel for months. Oh, what happened, Junior Basil? Zim, do you play Pokemon Go? I used to play Pokemon Go, Zim, but there's no area around me to play because there's no place close by where I can play in. When Celebration of Porygon coming back as many years, I'm planning to get. I love Porygon. Weird. Why is it? Well, no. Well, it's not working. Interesting. Yeah, the weird thing is that like that the little like squared off thing next to the Wi-Fi thing that shows like it is kind of ish sort of receiving internet. So I don't know what's going on with this thing. You know, it's probably oh yeah, the Duraludon hunt. Interesting. So did you get subpurged, Basil? Did you get subpurged? I don't have Nintendo Online Pass, so I think I can't get rid of others, sadly. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the main issues of the thing. I started playing Asphalt 9, that's good. Just a Porygon with Pikachu things. I don't know, interesting, very weird. I mean, right now we're dealing with, like, the internet just isn't working for us in general, so we can't even actually do Dynamax Adventures with viewers, which, again, we normally do. But we just can't because it's not connecting to the internet. Which sucks, because I actually love doing DAs with you guys, especially when it comes to Giratina, because Giratina is a nightmare monster. If I knew the internet wasn't going to be working, I would have just done another Tapu Lele DA session. Okay, that's a Bisharp. Bisharp actually does work quite well for Giratina. It's one of the best counters. And go. No, nothing of those are any good. Yikes. Justice for Porygon. It was yes, it was indeed. Pikachu is the problem. It was never. Find the Johto starters. Nice! So you did get your shiny Johto starters. Very, very nice. I've seen that meme before, Echo. That's a good meme. Very, very good meme. I'm actually not going to use those things. I need to save the water move for the other thing. Yep. Well, I'm gonna fight random ghost monsters. What Giratina? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if I knew that this would have been a thing, I would have gone for the Tapu Lele hunt, or at least like maybe just well, probably would have. Maybe I would have started Zapdos, because like I can relatively easily take on Zapdos solo. Tapu Lele is very, very easy to do solo again, so long as you get like a decent Steel type. But oh, Jen, not Jen, Wild Jen, Blissey appeared. Wild Blissey, my favorite thing to go fight for being the stuffing out of, because I go fight Blissey in the Chansey family to just get Happiny Dust, so I can just continuously use the item printer. Watched an OG Porygon episode and came out almost blind because my screen was max the brightness up to him. Yeah, that's not a good thing. That's very much turn the brightness down of your computer. That's not a thing. Hoping at some point I can actually use Porygon in a draft league. I mean, let's be real. If the episode was never banned, I don't care much about Porygon, even bother catching it before Generation 4. I mean, you can't even catch Porygon in most of the games. Porygon, I believe, up until I think actually Scarlet Violet was the first time. Well, not most of that. Other than Let's Go Pikachu, I believe the Scarlet Violet was the first time that you could actually catch Porygon again, other than Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, where it's available as a rare encounter on that route right out of Celadon. Pikachu should have been banned from the anime. Well, they couldn't ban Pikachu because Pikachu is the mascot. The OG series was too wild, even they tried to do a trio. All right, yeah, Legends Abacus lets you catch Porygon, right? I do very broadly forget Legends Abacus does that. Guess. What is it, random? Please give me, like, an expert battle Life Orb. There's Life Orb! I take that. We take those. We take those wins! That is an absolute win. Finally got the red. Nice! Shiny Reggie Chocolate. The only thing I need out of Legends Abacus is 8 Bomb. Yeah, I mentioned Let's Go let you catch Porygon. It's on the route outside of Celadon City. But in Let's Go, the game corner does not exist. Well, in the game corner doesn't have, like, the coins things to buy stuff with, which the way that you got Porygon back in the Kanto games proper is you get coins from the game corner and you buy it with coins, but because that's another thing, they just put it in the wild. The internet is only in Canada. It is eluding you again. Interesting. 8 Bomb. I forget what 8 Bomb is. Burn Shield, you can Porygon DLC after you beat the Isle of Armor DLC. Doing Mustard's Room, talk to Porygon, Dojo Master. Well, yes. In all the games, again, other than those ones, again, I was talking about exclusively the Kanto games, where you get it from the game corner. In every other game, Porygon, well, mostly every other game, Porygon was a gift from an NPC. Vladio's Japanese graded 10. Cars Day Powers was all graded. Nice. Very nice. But yeah, no, that's... You basically did not catch Porygon until, again, Let's Go, Legends Arceus, and then Scarlet Violet, because it was either a gift or, well, you had to buy it with the Game Corner stuff. And again, the Game Corner thing was taken out for reasons. I don't know why they moved it. The reason they removed the Game Corner is because laws regarding gambling changed. Well, not really. It actually wasn't the EU. I believe it actually was South Korea, where the game, when they re-released Red, Blue, and Green on Virtual Console, the game was upgraded from, like, E for everyone to, like, I think teenagers only. No, teenagers up. But yeah, no, it wasn't just the EU thing about the Game Corner. It wasn't the EU complaining about the Game Corner. It was, like, laws regarding gambling changed. And, like, realistically speaking, most people don't do anything with the Game Corner. You know, like, the Game Corner is very much a product of Gen 1's Gen 1-ness. In that, again, a lot of the Safari Zone, where it was an artificial time gate to block players' ability to get things behind. You know, it primarily existed as a means of forcing you into spending a lot of time doing other tasks that were, again, the whole reason it was there was basically just to waste your time. You know, it was artificial difficulty to artificially make certain Pokemon rarer. Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. I know the stream is not close to over Blu-ray. I have no idea who we're going to Blu-ray today. But yeah, no, it's... Because, like, let's be real. There's a lot of mechanics and systems within the Pokemon games that they only exist as a relic of the way that Gen 1 had to be programmed because of programming limitations. The biggest ones being TMs being the TMs being one-time use, HMs being unable to be deleted, because back in Generation 1 you only had, I believe, 20 box spaces, and when you had to basically deposit HMs in the PC in order to have multiple box spaces. So, well, more freed up box spaces. Thank you very much for subscribed. So, that's why you couldn't delete TMs in the event that, okay, you couldn't delete your HMs, because in the event you deposited an HM in the PC, and then you went out to a dungeon, and you overrode an HM move with a different attack, and then you were stuck. That's literally the entire reason why after they removed the PC, like the bag inventory limitation, mostly, there really was no reason to keep it around anymore. I do love having Pokemon follow me around, though. I love being able to turn to see the Eternatus staring at me like, ooh. And very annoying. Yeah. Again, there's a lot of systems within Pokemon that did act that way. I just got the whole Pokedex from Pokemon White. Nice, James Jones. Very nice. But yeah, no, there's a lot of mechanics within Pokemon that actually work that same way, where they only exist because of systems in Generation 1, and they keep carrying those traditions on, because it's tradition, even though they are detrimental to the franchises. Like, that's why HMs were a thing. That's the whole reason why the Safari Zone was a thing, because it was a way of just artificially gating access to certain Pokemon. And, you know, the fact that they got rid of them finally is a good thing. You know, that's the reason why it is you had to have heart scales to relearn Pokemon. And it's a good that they've been, like, gradually phasing those things out of existence. Because, like, it's very anti-player having those mechanics in the games. So I'll clip for us. Porygon and Porygon 2 flying around. So it's like, really good potatoes. And it's like, oh, same. Same TMs breaking everyone use blood. They are infinite as well. Well, TMs are no longer infinite. They reinstated the TM limited ability. I got the Short and Charm. Very nice, getting the Static Charm. They do make TMs one-time usage these days still. However, thankfully, they did have the intelligence to make it easier to craft them. Now, I do think it's a little bit annoying how you have to craft them. Well, no, TMs in Generation 8 are the same thing, where they're one-time use. But again, you can craft them with Pokemon materials. Now, there are issues with the material system, I will say. You know, I'm glad they made the TMs more accessibility for, you know, replenishment, but I still think that TMs should be infinite use. But it does somewhat, at least, like, they did a decent job at, like, at least trying to mitigate things, even if I don't think it was a good. They at least made an attempt. But yeah, I mean, again, they do things. But yeah, again, they originally actually had a video idea for basically going over 11 mechanics in Pokemon that are relics of a bygone era that just, a lot of these mechanics that just really shouldn't be a part of the games anymore. But I eventually just, you know, I'm not really going to go and do those. Yes, Rex, we did get the Lunala yesterday. We did acquire Shiny Lunala. Yeah, there's a bunch of mechanics and systems in Pokemon that realistically should be removed, but they aren't for, you know, those. It's the same reason why in, like, Legend of Zelda games, that every single one of the games, they still have block pushing puzzles. It is purely for the sake of tradition at this point, when people don't really like them. You know, it's very backwards, and I will never understand. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but, like, it still shouldn't be done. But yeah, let's go. Let's go. But yeah, again, that's one of the reasons why, like, I say corrosive fan service is a thing that exists and unfortunately needs to be dealt with. But I mean, they're getting away from it. I am glad Pokemon Company is starting to realize they shouldn't basically, like, have things basically constantly emulating stuff from Generation 1, you know, or, like, always having, like, things that go back to it, because it is good. I want Safari Zone to come back, but make it so Pokemon can't. So basically, let's see. If Safari Zone come back, it makes it Pokemon can't flee, and just a nice big post-game area we can catch rare Pokemon. Well, I mean, that was the Friend Safari back in XY. But the thing is, at that point, people say, well, it's not the Safari Zone because they can't run away. You know, it's kind of the problem with a thing like that is it would bring in the complaint of it isn't the Safari Zone anymore, which, again, The other thing with that is what it would do is it prevents you from getting a lot of Pokemon people would want to be using in the game anyway until post-game for realistically no reason. You know, it prevents a lot of practical issues. So I short so Pokemon Porygon. You mentioned Spirit, yes. This thing you can do is easily reobtain TMs. If I were to give an example, you could only get them once, and that was through picking up items. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's kind of the problem of something like having the Safari Zone as a concept. Is on a fundamental level, all it does is it artificially limits what people can use, and then it will bring in the thing of, well, why couldn't I just use these Pokemon in the main story? So again, it's kind of a bit of a problem thing. It's one of the Diamondbacks. I was very glad when they removed the Safari Zone because it realistically has no need to exist. I backed Lemon. That is going to be 177. GG. Take down the Giratina. I just took 21,481 turns. That's a lot of turns, Arlo. That's a lot of luck. Thank you very much, Arlo. Welcome in. Again, if you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe for more and leave a like on the stream. Let's check to see if we got Shiny Giratina. However, I have my doubts. Arceus sounds familiar. Yeah, Arceus is indeed a freaking heckin' thing. Arceus is indeed a hacking thing, but no Giratina Shiny. And 99% of the Shiny Luck. I think that's the highest I've ever seen that Shiny Luck command ever go, is 999. Arceus is there. 99, yippee! But the thing is, I mean, my Shiny Luck is like a negative infinity, so all the luck you give just ends up doing nothing because my luck just does not exist. Alright. Beta Arceus. I love Beta Arceus. I wish that the Arceus we actually got was Beta Arceus. I wish the Arceus we got was Beta Arceus. Yes, Ethan, we already did get Solgaleo. And we got Shiny Lunala yesterday. What fairy type is that? Okay, so Mimikyu. I'm picking up that Mimikyu. Fairy type is that Rabambi? What's the Rabambi? What fairy type is that? Oh, Jigglypuff. That's what that is. I mean, well, there's nothing that Giratina can do to Jigglypuff anyway, so that's fine. My Nintendo Online ended, so I can't play it right now. Nah, you're good. Yeah, I'm not really sure how much longer we actually have to be live today for, because I do need to kind of leave early, because we're actually upgrading this phone. So I need to kind of head out at some point. I don't know when. Make the post game be the Pokemon will make sense of the specific region. For example, Australia region can't count the main game. The post game. Well, again, the thing is, that's basically what the Swarm Pokemon system is for. You know, after you get the national decks in Pokemon games, there are more Pokemon that appear in the individual routes, which again, the Safari Zone kind of no longer fills a purpose because that's already been taken up by other systems. As well as in, you know, Pokemon games nowadays, you don't really have, after you beat the game, the Pokedex of availability expands. You know, I mean, unless it's a remake, they have all the Pokemon be obtainable right from the get-go. Which, again, is something else. Again, it's just not the way the games are made anymore, because they realize that's really not a good system. Just make the post-game Pokemon make Arceus, who made other Arceus. I want a real Arceus, who made the other Arceus, so I could get that. Well, I mean, Arceus proper would just basically, like, destroy reality, because it can't exist in our reality. Console memberships are very dumb because it's really good for the... Alright, we are ending off have to get going early. I just mentioned something about the phone, but we're going to be heading out now. Memberships are done. Well, the thing is, N1, it's the reason why console memberships for online are a thing is they need to keep the servers up and running. So, you know, that's kind of the reason why they need to keep its server upkeep costs. All right, but we are raiding. We're gonna go raid Fipsy Mon. They are doing some shiny hunting in game. Let's see, where the freak is Fipsy? There it is. They're doing some shiny hunting for the Paldean starters. But I will see you guys then. I kind of have to head off because I gotta get going somewhere real quick. I really wish I could keep going, but I can't, sadly. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, and see you then. Again, don't forget to subscribe for more if you guys haven't done so. But see you tomorrow.